very good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Cafe Show. I am Shiksha Aurora. And of course, at this point in time, we will be speaking to CEO of Windsor Brokers. His name is Martin Mwaura, as we discuss investment opportunities in the digital space and how, of course, you can leverage on them. And we'll be discussing this at length. Remember, if you would like to be a part of this conversation, please feel free to talk to us. The hashtag is Morning Cafe TV47 at TV47 Kenya on Facebook. On X, you can find us at TV47 News, at Shiksha Aurora. And yeah, let's just get right to the conversation because I have a lot that I want to discuss, especially on this very exciting topic. Good morning to you. How are you, sir?
Morning.
Are you feeling, Martin?
Good.
All right. Now, Martin, just recently, in the month of September, there was a press brief that I read and I was very excited about because, you know, when it comes to investment opportunities, you really do need to leverage in the digital space, right?
Yes.
And you actually said that, of course, when it comes to Windsor markets, you said that you're going to be allowing people who trade on the MT4 mobile platform to have free internet data, and they'll have access to internet data if, of course, they are on this particular platform. And this initiative really just seeks to maximize access to global financial markets while reducing the cost of trading. And yeah, just making it a pioneer in innovation in Kenya's online trading industry.
Yes.
Now, how important is this for Windsor markets, just to be able to give access to everyone and anyone to leverage on the digital space?
Thanks so much for having me. So, when we did research on our clients,
Yes.
We tried to look, from our client baskets, and as you look at the demographics of the country, we have a very huge young population.
Absolutely.
And we look at what challenges are they facing in getting into the issue of financial inclusivity, right? So we found one, in regard to the product we offer, for you to take advantage of the product, it's a three-phased kind of scenario.
Okay.
So you need capital, you need information access, right? So you need internet so that you can be able to research the markets, be able to place your trades, and you need education, right? And that's where we came up with, so for around 2 years that we have been in operation in Kenya, one of the barriers to entry, we had crossed that.
Right.
That is education. But now we found that the other item is access to internet. And in following the footsteps of the government of access to internet inclusivity, we found it. We found that it's possible for us to take care of that from our end. And that's why we integrated our systems with Safaricom. We are also expanding to other networks so that anytime that you're looking to place a trade, close a trade, you'll never miss that step because you don't have access to internet. And this is because of the clients who, let's say young people, they have saved, they have capital, but they're finding that, okay, if I have capital, I'm looking that from my analysis, I need to make this at the end of the month. However, between when I start trading to, the end of the month, I need, I need data, I need that, and I don't have capital for that. So we are trying to solve that situation.
All right, amazing.
Yes,
now, Martin, you have mentioned one of the benefits, of course, for trading with you.
Yes.
What else would you say is a benefit in terms of diversifying the investment opportunities that we have here in the country, right?
Okay.
What role are brokers playing to be able to diversify investments?
So we'll start from the from the known to unknown. If you look at the financial sector in Kenya, basically we have stock market and we have the fixed income market, bonds, right? The stock market has not been doing well for quite a while, and basically there have been talks all over of how it has been declining. I think sometime last year it was one of the worst performing in Africa, right?
Yeah.
So everyone is moving towards fixed income, right? And that what you're making is capped by, let's say by the government, because it's what the government is paying, right? And it's only bonds and treasuries.
Yeah.
But when you come on our end, it's a whole array of products. So we have currencies, We have international stocks, we have metals, precious metals, we have energies, oil, gas. It's a whole array. We even have bonds, US bonds and treasuries that you can be able to trade. Yes. So it's a whole array of products that you can be able to take advantage of.
Okay.
Opening a whole new world of investment to Kenyan investors. Yes.
Right. So as somebody who is just starting off and is just trying to now invest into this space that we're in, it's quite vast. What advice would you like to tell them in terms of where to start? Where would you be able to put your money if you don't have a large income, for example, if you don't have a large amount of money to spend? What would be the starting point for someone like that?
I think in the industry, for you to be able to take advantage of the market, you need education first. I think that's the key starting point.
Absolutely.
You need to know what you are dealing with.
Research.
You need to know the products. You need to know how to deal with the platform. You need to know how to risk management. So the kickstart is education. And you see, the education, what it does, it cuts the curve to success, that curve for you to get there, it kind of cuts so that because you have somebody who is guiding you, you have access, you know what to be looking for, what to concentrate on. I think that's the key point to start with. Then at that point, now you'll be able to understand, because it's a 24/7 market, right? You'll be able to look at how do I want to approach it. Let's say you're an 8 to 5 person, 8 to 5, so you can be able to create your strategies to fit you as an 8 to 5 person, so that you're closing your trades, let's say in the evening or after 2 days, or maybe you have some free time, so you can be able to be in front of the markets every time. So that will be able to guide you. So the point to start is education.
Okay.
Understand the product, understand the process, and then from there you can be able to move to the next step.
All right.
Thank you.
And you did mention something to do with the risk management, right? There are some risks, of course, when you are trading.
Yes.
There's a chance that you won't get that profit or the money that you had expected.
Yes, true.
And how exactly do you manage that? What measures does Windsor Brokers put in place to ensure that anybody who is trading with you is safe?
Okay. When you look at safety of investments, like any other industry, there are risks that are involved. There are risks are involved. So what we do, number one, we make sure that we have invested heavily in training, research, and development, and that's the main thing. So that by the time you're coming on board, the moment you're risking your money, you know what you're getting into. Right? However, before that, so number one is education. We take you through education, through the process. We give you research. Every morning we send research to our clients.
Oh, that's
and
great.
Then before you get to your live account, we offer something we call a demo account. A demo account is a replica of the live trading platform, right? However, you don't put in funds. So let's say you want to start with $1,000. So what do? You open the demo account of $1,000, and the market conditions are the same, the trading experience is the same, and then so that you can be, it's like a simulation, so that you can, but you see, a simulation is when you look at a car simulation, you're seated in a room or however, this is not, it's exactly the real experience. It's the true environment, but it's only that it's not real money, right? That is, so as much as even if you make the money, you cannot be able to withdraw. Even if you lose, it will not affect you, right? However, that's the most important. We give the demo account, and then when the moment that the client is okay, they feel comfortable, now they can be able to transit to the live trading environment.
Right.
Yes.
Martin, you have mentioned training a couple of times, and you've said that research is very important. It's very important to educate yourself before you get into trading.
Yes.
And what role does training really have in the success of trading?
I'll say it begins and ends with training. Okay. Right? Because with training, it's what you know, it'll make you understand, is this fit for me? Yes. Are the risks that are involved? Am I ready to take the risks? And the training is what is when you know what to trade, what not to trade, right? Which product has more information than the other, so that I can be able to take advantage of it, because it's an edge in business. Like in every business, whoever is more successful is whoever has an edge. Absolutely. And that's what training is all that it does. It gives you an edge in regards to the product, and then from that, then you're able to get more exposure in regards to the same. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. When it comes to just being able to audit these services and of
Yes.
course just to be able to know that this is legit? And how exactly do you ensure that when you are trying to initiate this entire investment systems that you have in place, the strategies that you have in place, you are able to do it in a way that's legit, you're able to do it in a way that, you know, it is in compliance to what the government is saying, it is in compliance with the interest rates. So how do you manage to kind of make this ecosystem work for you?
Okay, to start with, we are regulated by the Capital Markets Authority, right? So our clients know that they are working with a regulated entity, and we are working as and we are at the forefront to to protect the client, and work at the best interest of the client, right? Secondly, now at that point, if you are regulated by the government, you have to work as per the policies of the government. So another policy is safety of the client funds. So how we operate on that is we hold the client funds in a segregated account, right? So for brokers, when client, we have our operating costs, we have client funds. So when clients send funds to us, we hold the money in a segregated account, meaning that they cannot be used for any operational expenses on our end, and we report on the same. We report the same to our, to our regulator. Then on the flip side, we have security of the safety of the platform, right? We have a very robust cybersecurity team, because basically what we offer is a fintech.
Absolutely.
It's a fintech. So we have a very robust cybersecurity team to make sure that client data is protected. We don't have any, breaches. And lastly, we need to have 100% uptime, right? So as being a broker that has been operational for over 30 years.
That's amazing.
Operating in over 80 countries. So what we have set is we have server points at different points in the geographical points in the world. So that to make sure that we have 100% uptime, and there is no point that you'll find that you're not able to open or close a trade because our servers are down. Yes.
All right. Now, we have spoken about the government. As a fintech, do you think the government is doing enough to educate citizens on the investment opportunities that you offer? And of course, just in this particular space, I feel like there is a lot of information that still citizens don't have access to. People need to do research on their own, right? So what resources can the government offer in terms of education to be able to amplify the message?
I think investment education is it's not an event, it's a process.
Absolutely,
right? Yeah. So I think it's something that has to be taken right from the start, from the young people to understand that investment it's something that you live on with for the rest of your life. So I think to start with, it's something that can be inculcated or incorporated in the syllabus. I've had that conversation. However, on top of that, I think the government can bring up structures, to make sure that people understand, or people understand all the products that are available in Kenya for investment, be it forex trading, be it bonds, be it stocks. And wholesomely, you keep repeating that information, right?
Over and over again.
It's not something that, you have an investment week, you have TV advertisements for 3 days, then it disappears until the next 2 years. So they make it a process, because as of now, what you find is that it has been left kind of to private investors, to communicate, to communicate to the public. What they are doing, what investment products are there, or maybe organizations like churches and all that. While the government, the same way the government pushes health, polio vaccine, let them push investment. Understanding of investments, it's equally important, right? And people will appreciate the advantage of saving, investment, all that. And basically, that's what is done in the Western world. That we are trying to to what they're doing. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Now, you mentioned something very interesting, and you said that Windsor Markets and Windsor Brokers, you've been in the market for over 30 years,
yes.
right?
Yes.
But we have seen time and again that brokers come and go, and they don't last for longer than 10 years in the markets.
No.
Why exactly do you think that is the reason?
That's a bit tough because, and what I'll say that is because when you look at brokers, for instance, there is the brokers that we have in Kenya that have not been there for long is on the stock brokerage side, right? While as we are regulated under a different regulation framework, but still under Capital Markets Authority. But I think the thing is, the question can fall on the regulator,
yes.
right? What structures have they put in place to make sure that the client is protected? Because if you go back to all I'll say the stockbrokers that have gone down, it has been to embezzlement of funds and client funds disappearing, where people used to find that their stocks were traded, right?
Without their permission.
Yes, and you never gave instructions.
Absolutely.
I believe with time the government has put in structures.
Okay.
However, on our end, what I can say is if you look at what we report on our end, right? So for instance, if you're trading, you get daily account reports. Because remember, why at that point it was not working is that let's say you bought National Bank. I remember when I was a kid, we used to get National Bank booklet, right? It's huge, and we get it once a year. So I believe my mom only used to check her stocks once a year, or maybe never, unless when she gets a check from National Bank, for the dividends. That's when she knows that she has, I have stock somewhere. However, nowadays, for us, we give our client a statement after every 24 hours. You get a statement.
Everything is digitized, right?
Yes, everything is digitized. So with that, I think with such changes and implementation of changes of freedom of information, I think such cases will kind of reduce. I've not, in the recent past, I've not heard of a broker that has gone down. Honestly. I've not, So I think probably the government has put in structures. But if I speak on behalf of online forex trading brokers, whoever has been regulated or granted a license, they're still in operation. But it's still a very young market in Kenya.
But it's promising.
It's very promising because of the population, with the economy. Hopefully, if the economy continues growing with these prospects, the economy, the market will continue expanding.
Right. And how exactly does investment in Forex differ from different options, different investment options? We have the likes of bonds, you have the likes of treasuries. So how exactly do the two differ and how do they compare? The two different asset classes. So if you look at bonds, we have government bonds, we have corporate bonds. What is most popular in Kenya is government bonds, of
right?
course.
It's fixed income. You lend money to the government, they pay you twice a year at a specific rate, right? So your return is capped. If the bond was at 15%, you get 15%. It's capped. You cannot, no more, no less. That's it. If you want to sell your bond, the market is not that liquid. You might struggle quite a bit because it's in chunks, right? Barriers of entry, right? Right now you need a minimum of 50,000 Kenya shillings, I believe, for bonds. So there are a bit of challenges when it comes to that. Now, when you come on our end, what we offer is an array of products, right? So bonds are just one of the products that we offer. So we have bonds, we have currencies, we have stocks, we have metals, wide array of products. Number two, we are not constricted to geographically, you know.
Okay.
For instance, Kenya, you know, bonds, let's say government bonds, you know, Kenyan government bonds, that's what you have access to. What we are offering is international products.
All right.
We are offering new currencies from all over the world, stocks from different jurisdictions, or, you know, products like energies, oil, you know, everything. And so you actually know what is moving, right? And then you don't have upper limits to how much you can earn, right? Remember, for bonds, there's an upper limit of, you know, it's what the government is offering. For us, we don't have upper, it's capped, right? You don't have upper limits. You can earn, I mean, your skill determines
how much you can earn.
How much you can make, right? I
think not just your skill, but also the time and the effort that you put into it.
Yes, exactly. How much? Yes, how much you invest.
Invest into
it. Yes, you know how much you invest into it. That determines how much you.
Absolutely.
Yes, barriers of entry. So what you're looking to make is what determines what you want to invest. You know, so maybe you're looking for, you know, something. You're first investing not really to make money, but maybe to understand the market. You can start with the $200, $300, right, or even lower. But on the flip side, in the government bonds, you know, there is a minimum cap, right?
Okay.
Government bonds, you don't have really somebody who's hand-holding you, guiding, you know, how's the process. You don't have a central bank official giving you a call, you know, how is your government bond doing? Because
there's not a check up on you.
Yes, exactly. However, on our end, we allocate you a professional account manager to take you through the process, understand the process. So there's so many, I mean, there's so many differences, but also advantages from our end that will guide you, right, in, you know, that make this product, you know, stakes above, let's say, government bonds. Yep.
Right. And of course, you know, you mentioned the recent drop in interest rates and how last year was quite a tough year for us as a country, as a nation, when it comes to this investment opportunities. Yes. Did it also affect Forex trading?
No.
Okay.
Okay. It's two, you can say it's two tiered. Number one, it didn't affect our traders because the products that we offer don't have a direct link with the Kenyan interest rates. But also we saw quite a bit of
because it did affect fixed deposits.
Yes,
drastically.
I mean, you know, they made a killing.
Yes.
Made a killing.
Yes.
And actually, that's how it affected, because, you know, we have some some of our big clients who are like, okay, fine, let us move a bit of money and see on the other end how it's going. However, that movement has kind of started, you know, back, you know, now people are starting to move their funds from the bond market now to, you know, more liquid assets like what we are offering. So there's not much of, so our clients are not really affected, right?
Okay.
And also the other thing is that, remember, our products, you can, when the market is going up, you can make money when the market, or, you know, you can earn when the market is going up, or when the market is going down, depending with which trend you have taken.
Yeah.
You know what, basically in business terms they call, you know, long and shorts, right? While on the flip side, you cannot be able to do that on the bond market, right? So even with the increase, so with the bond market, the clients will only earn when the market is gaining, right? Now that it has, and that's why it affected, because at least there was a movement. People are like, okay, fine. There's not so much effort in the bond market, so let me just move. But now when the interests are going down, now they're now trying to move on the other side now, because so that they can be able to earn, you know, both ways. I know, and invest in assets that they are moving either way. Yes.
Martin, if someone right now is watching and would like to start trading with you, how exactly can they find you? You know, where do they download the app? How does it work?
That's where they can find us. We are based at Parklands, second Parklands, Park Place, 5th floor. That's where we have our offices. That's where our team sits. That's where we hold our classes. In education, we offer physical classes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
How do the classes work?
So the moment you open an account with us, you register with us, your account manager gets in touch. They understand what you're looking for. If you're a new trader, we offer education free.
Wow.
Yes. And it's all through the week from Monday to Friday. So 3 days in a week, we offer physical classes. Then 2 days a week we offer online classes.
Yes.
Midday and evening, especially for those people who are out of town, who are working 8 to 5. So that's where we are located. So next, to open an account, so you just register, open your account. Our platforms, the platform that we offer, it's web-based and also mobile. So you can download on your phone and you can trade from there. Both the demo account, the live account, but our team technically takes you through the process.
All right.
Process. Yes.
And Martin, for somebody who is, just starting off and has no idea on how it works and, where to begin and just needs information, right?
Yes.
Maybe you can share some resources that they could look into online as well. Maybe if there's articles or maybe a website that they can go to be able just to do their own research before now they make their minds up of, okay, now I want to officially start trading.
So if we go to our website, www.winsabrokers.com, we have an education section.
Amazing.
Which has the whole recorded videos, articles in regards to education. Also on YouTube, on our YouTube page, we have the same education, Windsor Brokers. You can get that. So the information is freely available.
All right.
And you feel that you need more personal touch, you need to be explained to, come for our classes.
Okay.
Feel free. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Quite an informative session right here. I personally also feel like I've learned quite a bit when it comes to investment and trading in general. So thank you so much. That is Martin Mwaura, CEO of Windsor Brokers. And remember, if you are somebody who wants to get into the digital space, when you want to leverage on how to invest, when it comes to stocks, bonds, just trading in general, well, Martin is your man. He will make sure that he gets you up to speed with whatever you need. As he mentioned, there's also education opportunities for you to be able to just get started. So reach out to them. They're known as Windsor Brokers, www.windsorbrokers.com, and that's how you can start trading officially. And that's it for this particular